Gucci Mane.
Yeah! I'm a savage. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Pulse Review, the channel where you get a quick take on the hottest products. And today we're gonna do a little deep dive into the Pro X Superlight from Logitech. Very excited to get into that, but before we do, I need a sip of my coffee, of course. So in this video, we are going to cover 6 different things about this mouse. They are the sensor responsiveness, the customizability and special features, the weight and the size of the mouse, the aesthetic appeal, the battery life, the price point, and I'm gonna show you guys some gameplay. That's what we're gonna cover in this video, and then I'm gonna wrap it up with my final thoughts on this mouse. So without further ado, let's get this sucker out of the box. First up, guys, we're talking about the sensor. That's right here. That pretty little guy wrapped in gray. That's a 25K DPI sensor. What does that mean? That means your DPI can range anywhere from 100 to 25,600, which, why you'd want to go to 25,600 DPI is completely beyond me, but you can do it. And yeah, you can pretty much, with one twitch of the mouse, spin like 3 times in a circle. While I was testing the mouse, really didn't experience any issues. It was clean signal the whole way throughout. It comes with Logitech's Lightspeed Wireless, which is a 1 millisecond response time. If you think about 1 millisecond, it's basically negligible. You can't even really fathom what 1 millisecond feels like. You're not gonna feel any latency, is what I'm trying to say. There is no smoothing, acceleration, or filtering added to the sensor. You're just getting the raw input on this mouse, and that is what us gamers want. But as far as the sensor goes, comparing this G Pro Superlight to the previous gen G Pro, not any differences whatsoever. So we're gonna move on to the customizability and special features, where there are some differences. So when you pick this mouse up, to get all the goodies and special features out of it, you have to download the G Hub app. Because in there you get all kinds of customizability. You can pick what your DPI is gonna be. You can have presets for that. And then you can also customize what the various buttons on the mouse do, from, you know, the left click, right click, and the scroll wheel to the buttons on the side. But other than that, you also get to assign specific settings to a specific game or app, which could be handy if you're a gamer who enjoys several different games and you like a very different setup between them. Not too many people probably game like that, but it's a handy feature. It comes with a 6-foot charging cable, as well as a nice little storage compartment for the USB dongle that you plug into your computer. So you just push down on this little tab here, there's 3 dots. It lifts up this plate, you pull that out, and you got a nice little slot in there for the USB dongle. Gotta love that. It is compatible with the Power Play mouse pads that Logitech has launched. Those are the mouse pads that actually wirelessly will charge your mouse while you use it. Pretty nice thing to have. I haven't picked up one of those mouse pads, but I sure would love to. Also, hats off to Logitech. This mouse is fully carbon neutral, so it is not bad for the environment. All right, moving on to the weight and the size of this mouse. That's where this guy really shines. It is 2.2 ounces or less than 63 grams. It is a super light mouse. Now I understand where they got the name. This is in fact the lightest mouse that Logitech carries. Lightest wireless mouse, I should say. And I gotta say, while testing it out, wow, this thing is super light, especially compared to my everyday mouse, which is the G502. Definitely considerably heavier than the ultralight, and moving over to this, it felt like it was, you know, nothing was in my hand. It was just gliding all over. So if you really like to have a lightweight mouse, definitely consider picking this one up. Moving on to the aesthetic, I think Logitech, with pretty much all their mouses or mice, do a pretty good job. This one is kind of no frills, right? Because they're trying to cut down on the weight. There's no RGB on the logo. Other than that, it's pretty standard, you know? It looks clean, I'll say that. The bottom has some nice accent gray color with the feet of the mouse. And then I also like what they did with the scroll wheel, at least on the black version. I think the white version, everything's white, but they have a little contrast on the inside of the scroll wheel. Kind of looks like, you know, you got a black wheel with white rims. Big fan of that. Moving on to the battery life, pretty simple here. You get 70 hours of battery life with this one. It has a rechargeable battery. Not much else to say there. Since you don't have RGB, you don't have to worry about that draining your battery. I don't know the exact numbers of how quickly these things charge. They are using a micro USB cable. It's not USB-C, so that's a little bit slower, but I'm still surprised at how much charge I get with just a few minutes. If I'm just waiting in between games, I plug the mouse in and I'm good to go. Now, I like to compare it to the G Pro Wireless, because the G Pro Wireless, it's $30 cheaper. It's not as light, but it actually has a few more features than the Superlight. So in my opinion, yes, this is a brand new mouse, and generally you can charge a premium for the newer model, but you're not getting that much more out of it in my opinion. Maybe just a few grams off of it in lieu of some other features. So my personal opinion is, if you want to save a little bit of money but get, you know, pretty much the same mouse, just go with the G Pro Wireless. If you have zero budget and you just want the lightest mouse out there, check out Final Mouse. You may have to get them, well, you will have to get it secondhand, and it's gonna cost you a little bit more than the retail price. But if you have no budget, definitely check out the Final Mouses. They are super lightweight. I think they are the lightest weight mouses on the market. That said, this is a nice little middle point, and if you don't have quite the budget for the Final Mouse, then pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you with some gameplay. I was able to get the dub in Warzone, so if you're into that type of thing, check it out. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.
That series? Fantastic plan. See this other guy. Almost armored up.
Cracked one. Armor up. Down. We have a trophy
It's
up
my
top.
Contact!
Down one.
Oh, I see him. He's running up this stairwell. Cracked him once.
Ugh.
Down him. Down one.
Oh, nice.
Down two. Oh, specialist.
He's right here. Hit him up.
What? I missed that? I can stun.
They're in a fight. I can't go
Is that
down there
yours?
because my teammates.
Down one. Specialist here. Throwing down an airstrike. I hear people by us.
To my right. To my left as well. I can says,
Got him. There's one more.
wait. What? Oh. I thought we won because I got up.
We won! Let's go!
Let's go.
I have some exciting news for me. I quit my job and I'm going to be a full-time YouTuber slash videographer. So very exciting. I'm very amped, and I just want to say to all my loyal subscribers out there, thank you for, joining the Pulse Review squad. I don't know what to call us yet, actually. I wanted to ask you guys what you think we should call each other. I was thinking like the Pulse Review plebs, Hey Google, what does a plebeian mean?
Plebeian has two different meanings. Starting with the most common one, plebeian can be used as a noun to mean, in ancient Rome, a commoner. Is that the meaning you were thinking of?
What's the other one?
Plebeian can also be used as a noun to mean, in ancient Rome, a commoner. Is that the meaning you were thinking of?
That was the same as the last one.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Pulse Review plebs, thanks for joining my channel early on in the early stages. It really means a lot. I really want this channel to go. So that's my dream. As you may have noticed though, I changed things up a little bit. I got some like flower type fake plant with like some camera lenses. Thought that was kind of cool. And then I thought, why don't we have a little robot interaction with Google over here? That would be cool. And this thing, that's well, I'm gonna let you guys guess what the hell that thing is. It's okay, it's a pen. You probably can tell, but it's cool, right? And then we know when it runs out of ink, you just. All right. So, anyways, we're not reviewing this, so let's just. You're sacrificing some features, so just to gain some weight. Come on. Overview, my final thoughts on what this mouse. Wow. Why? Just think and then speak, Don't just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm just word vomiting.